Alright folks, Laura here. Welcome back to the completion of our lap around the Great Plateau. I went ahead and summoned my horse. I said we'd meet back up at the outskirts stable. So here we are. And the final part of our lap around the Great Plateau is going to be right here at the Coliseum. Now of course you can't really tell it's the Coliseum just yet. But once we get up here within range of it, you will. So we've actually already kind of been over here in this little spot. There was a rock to pick up just below down there. There was a Korok seed. And we are now, I don't know, just basically due east of the outskirts stable itself. What we're going to do is we're going to go for a little climb here. And this is another spot that extra stamina is going to come in very helpful. There should be plenty of resting places for you, so just seek them out and let your stamina rebuild. That way you're not eating a bunch of it. And walk, don't run. You might find some beetles up here, along with some worm darners, possibly even some crickets, all of which you need. Okay, so when you get to this spot with all these trees, there will be a Korok seed up here. Be aware of beetles, possibly. I'm not getting any luck today, but sometimes you'll get some beetles up here. And there's our husk. Okay, so we're going to continue on to the very mountain peak here. And there's a Korok seed up here as well. Pick up the rock. Alright, so now we are just basically at the top of this mountain here. Pretty much due north of Hopper Pond from the Great Plateau. And now you can see the Colosseum Ruins. So what we're going to do is we're going to fly down toward there. There's a treasure chest right on the top of the wall here. Okay, stay on the top of the Coliseum here, and we are going to walk over toward the front where it's open. There's another Korok seed over there, plus a treasure chest. There's also a Lynel down here we're going to go ahead and kill real quick. Okay, so now we're at the front entrance part of the Coliseum. Here's our treasure chest. And unfortunately, I think I'm out of stamps or doggone near. So I'm going to try to stamp these for you, no promises. That's what that other treasure chest was. Okay, and our Korok seed is on the other side of this little wall here. Come on, Link. Work with me, brother. There you go. Okay, so from here we're going to take advantage of the altitude. We're going to fly out and around the Coliseum. And there's another little area where there's some trees and another Korok seed. It's one of those glistening, swirling piles of leaves running around on the ground. Or in this case, in this little pond. Alright. So now we're going to fly back to where we just came from. And we're going to get some altitude going for us. We are going to fly down in and kill this thing from the air mostly. So we're going to arm up, suit up, and eat up, and all that fun stuff. Should be a very easy Lynel kill with our Dragonbone Moblin clubs. Don't forget to save your game, just in case things go horribly wrong. You can try again. And you didn't lose out on anything, or your altitude, or anything like that. So don't forget, arm up, suit up, eat up. Arm up always means Dragon Bone Moblin Club. And that's about toast. Suit up, I'm already wearing my Disguised Bone Attack up. Eat up, I've got some extra hearts working for me. I'm going to go ahead and eat that elixir. It's not the greatest, but it'll get me by. And then, of course, attack power. And away we go. Now don't forget, try to fly in from a horizontal angle. If you can do that, you'll get more time in the air to get more damage in. If you are going straight down toward the ground, that's the direction Link is going to travel when you start taking the bow and arrow out. Try to get headshots in as much as possible. Double damage. Boy, I'm really running out of that stamina, aren't I? Alright. Remember, stay behind him when you're doing the spin attack. He's going to kind of jump and take a look and see what's going on. Just remember to stay behind him, anticipate his movements, stay behind him, and he should be dead before he really has a chance to fight back. The weaponry here isn't the greatest, but, you know, something's better than nothing, I always say. So I'll go ahead and grab that sword and the bow. And we're still not getting bonuses on those yet, so we still have a little ways to go on our hunt mode. So there you have it. There's our Lynel. Why did we kill that Lynel? Well, for one, it's a big guy kill, which gives us that KO credit toward a silver enemy. And we have another treasure chest in here that's noteworthy. This is part of the Phantasma armor. This is going to be attack power up. So with the Phantom Ganon armor, we have to have a bone-based weapon. With this set, the Phantasma set, or the Phantom, whatever, this will enable us to get an attack power boost without eating an attack power meal. Same boost, just you don't have to eat the food to get it. And you can use it on any weapon. You don't have to worry about holding onto a bone weapon. The downfall is you cannot combine the attack power meal on top of that. So all you get is high-level attack power. You can't double up on that with food and the armor. That's why I like the bone attack up so much, because that's giving you an attack power boost on bone weapons. Plus, you can eat an attack power meal on top of that, get even more. Okay, so after you kill that Lynel, talk to this dude. He's going to tell you a little bit about, you know, killing the monsters in there and treasure. And he'll actually pay you 100 rupees for your troubles. So not a bad little payday for killing a Lynel. Okay, as you might have anticipated, there's some Korok seeds in the area. And now keep in mind we're right out in front of the Coliseum, right out the front door. And stay out of the purple stuff. That is what they call malice, I think. And it will take hearts quite rapidly if you get yourself tangled up in that. So just stay away from it as best as you can. And I'm screwing the pooch here. Okay, so this Korok seed is a little tricky. What are you doing, Link? Okay, so I just got myself tangled up in it. I hate that Korok seed because of all that malice. It's annoying. Okay, so now we're going to head out to the big, long bridge leading out from the front door of the Coliseum. So just for a point of reference, there's our Coliseum. We are now on this big, long bridge. And we are now due north of the pretty much center mass of the Great Plateau. And there's another Korok seed hanging from a husk under the bridge here. I don't know if you can see that on my screen or not. I'll try to light it up for you. And you can use a bow and arrow to get this, but I just like to go ahead and drop a bomb over the side here. Assuming you can actually get it to fall over the side. Just be careful not to detonate your ordnance too close, or it'll hurt. Okay, at the end of the bridge now, we got one more Korok seed coming up, and it's lighting up over there on the left. This one's a little tricky. It's really tight quarters here, so you gotta really kind of wedge yourself in on this little ledge that kind of hangs over with just enough space to pick that rock up. Okay. Assuming I have a stamp left, there's another treasure... I don't have a stamp left. But there's another treasure chest out here. Right out there in the water. Keep in mind you might have some Octorok trouble to deal with. You might find some Staminoka bass in this water, as well as some hardy bass. I need a stamp. Since we haven't killed that Lynel yet, I'm going to take that stamp away. Okay. Alright folks, lap around the Great Plateau is almost complete. We are going to warp back to our stable, outskirts stable. There's a couple of Korok seeds left, I think 2 to be exact, and then 1 more treasure chest, and then we are DUN done with our lap around the Great Plateau. I'll be able to finally do my overview, map overview, and recoup some of these stamps. I don't know why, but for some reason the programmers only gave us 100 optional stamps. Really, when you consider everything there is to do in this game, that is really undercutting us. So programmers, if you hear my plea, please increase the number of stamps we're allowed to have in this game. Okay, so now we're going to head out from our stable here to the south. That's where I left my horse parked, actually. Just for map reference, there was our outskirts stable. We're going to be heading out. Just follow the road, let the horse do the work. I'm going to go ahead and grab that green mushroom. I'm really undercutting myself in my game here with materials, because I'm not doing any fishing for stamina or collecting of green mushrooms, so sooner or later I'm really going to be out of stamina here. I really need to start paying more attention to that and probably do some fishing. Okay, so Great Plateau is on our right, Coliseum is on our left. Like I said, just let the horse do the work, follow on path here. Just to show you on the map what we're doing, we are now heading in a more eastern direction, following the northern edge of the Great Plateau. Okay, when you get to this little mini mountaintop here, horses to the left, you'll see that swirling, glistening pile of leaves. That is another Korok seed. And that hilltop right next to us, I don't know if you can see it on my screen or not, but that is another Korok seed. It's a pinwheel up there, flapping around. They glow at night, so that really helps to locate them. And, like most bomb configurations, I like to save the wear and tear on my bow and arrow, pop those balloons with my bombs. Okay, right down below from here, I should probably show you the map where we're at now, just north of the Magnesis Shrine. We got 1 more treasure chest, and this will conclude our lap around the Great Plateau. And sometimes there will be stamina fish in here. I'm not seeing any today, which is unfortunate. Jerks. I got a couple with that blast. You would think a big swarm of bats would give you a heck of a lot of materials. They really don't. I've detonated bombs while I was out flying around on top of one of those swarms before. I probably killed like 20 of those things. And I only ended up with like 10 bat wings. I was like, really? So very disappointing as far as materials go. And I'm out of frickin' stamps. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay, did I already show you this one? I think I did. Alright folks, that's our lap around the Great Plateau. I'll give a quick video for a quick map overview of all that stuff we just did. And when we come back, we are going to head out east, like we should have done when we first went to Hestu's first location. We're going to be going to Kakriko Village, then subsequently we'll be going out to Hantno Village. Lots to do, folks, lots to do. Lots of treasure, gemstones, Korok seeds, especially Korok seeds. Speaking of Korok seeds, you should have about another 64 built up by now. It might behoove you to go ahead and warp back out to the Korok Forest there, talk to Hestu again, and do a little bit more expansion on your inventory. It's always a good idea to keep those things turned in for inventory, because doesn't it suck to leave a really good weapon behind when you don't have to? Actually, speaking of which, I think we have 4 shrines now we could hit. Actually, we do. So when we come back, we're going to do some quick shrine hopping. We'll get 4 more shrine spirit orbs. Then we'll warp to our Korok Forest, expand our inventory, pray to the goddess statue. Then we'll go on that trip out east to Kakriko Village. When we come back.